Come in, it's open.
It's me, Carmen.
Oh, Carmen. Come in. Sit down. How are you?
I know Adrian isn't in. I saw him go out. In fact, I've seen them all go out.
Oh. How are you?
You know about Adrian's problem, I suppose?
Yeah. No. You left him, he left you, you left each other.
No.
No.
That's the second problem. That came because of the first problem. It's all very delicate, very fragile, so I'll be as subtle as I can. He's not very good at it.
I really don't think we should be discussing our Adrian's personal, private, physical dilemmas, Carmen.
We were in these bushes.
Perhaps if you talk to Adrian, he'll be in it.
The thing with Adrian is, he never saw sex as something natural and flowing. He always sort of revved up as if he was competing in the Olympics.
It's really nice to see you, Carmen. How are you?
Anyway, I wanted to be kind to him. You know, build up his confidence a bit. So I went into a bout of terminal ecstasy. It was all shooting stars and meteorites tearing great holes in the air. Even the crows moved trees.
Yeah, well, it's spring, isn't it? There'll be a lot of child crows about.
And do you know what he did? Do you know what he did? He left me. I called him and he just walked away. He walked away.
Perhaps he wanted to leave you with a pleasant memory.
All I remember is his shirt tail flapping around behind him. He looked as if he was towing a parachute.
Badly designed things, shirts, all collars and pockets, no discretion.
You've got a nice face, Jack.
Thanks.
And a nice voice.
Thanks.
You're broader than Adrian.
Yeah, thanks.
And you've got kind eyes.
I hate to be repetitive, but thanks.
Adrian's face is like new tissue paper. And his voice is a boy's voice. He's got this just-born body and these pale, surprised eyes. You look sort of durable.
Have you seen those films when a climber's clinging to a rock and we see a close-up of the rope and it's slowly wearing thin and there's dramatic music and a couple of strands of the rope break and he's clinging and slipping and the rope's wearing thinner and thinner.
I've got to make a phone call. My mum's got the other one.
And just as the rope's about to snap, the hero rushes in and saves him from falling to his death.
Hello? I'm phoning from over the road, Julie, and I'm staying here until you apologise. It's no good shrieking, Julie. You undermine my manhood. What you said, Julie, was mentally and physically wounding. And if I didn't actually have a real baby, I could drift into a hormonal depression. No, Julie, I'm staying here until you take back those cruel words. And I do know what a hormonal depression is, Julie. Oh, hi, Carmen.
So, where were we?
It's really nice to see you, Carmen. How are you?
Next!
Just wait here till I call you, Grandad. Greetings!
Tell me, Mr. Boswell, is that a genuine smile or is it gob developed about habit?
My gob, as you call it, merely indicates the friendship and trust that we, that is, the rest of my amazing anatomy, feel towards you. Now, the reason for my visit, you lucky lady, is that upon my last visit...
You mean yesterday?
I am a regular patron of this establishment, yes. And yesterday we discussed the small monetary adjustment to be made to my granddad's allowance, taking into consideration that I had received a large heating bill. Now, You referred to him as the, quote, mythical grandad, unquote. So, to dispel your doubts, and in spite of his age and fragility, I've brought him in for your inspection. OK, Grandad? Now, you may recall that the bill he received was for the sum of £167. Take a deep breath, Grandad. Float yourself into the bed. As you can see by this obvious struggle, here we have an old man who has little to look forward to other than sleep and food and warmth. But one moment while I go and retrieve him. This way, Grandad. This way. Now then, Grandad, this is Martina, the lovely DHSS lady I told you about.
How'd you do, Grandad?
Is this Lilo Lil, then?
No, Grandad. Sorry, Lilo Lil is a close friend of my father's.
I know. We know everything in here, Mr. Boswell. If I wanted to check when you last had your hair cut, all I gotta do is press a button. Now, love, about this electricity bill, we can help you.
I don't know how they get it that much. It's switched off most of the time.
Yes, well, you mustn't switch it off, love. We don't want you getting pneumonia.
No, the fire isn't switched off. It's the electricity that's switched off.
As you can see, he gets a little confused, which is why I always come in on his behalf. I just thought I'd let you see our dilemma. But we, of course, are...
His family.
Yes, and we will...
Pull together.
Right.
I've forgotten the last line of the song, Mr. Boswell.
That's how
We are. Yeah, yes, it's all coming back to me now. I know there's something wrong here, Mr. Boswell. I can feel it in me bones.
By switched off, I mean...
And if it wasn't for these little bouts of deafness brought on by job stress, I suppose I'd be able to detect a flaw in your case. However, we'll go right into song number 2, shall we? Fill that in, love.
I'll do it, Grandad. You are very beautiful. Did I tell you that?
What's her name again?
Martina.
The lovely DHSS lady he keeps telling you about.
Oh, yes. She hasn't got big tits.
Can we have your scarf and your belt, please, sir?
Certainly.
You ever thought of getting trousers to fit, sir?
No.
Perhaps you could hold them up.
Certainly.
Is that everything?
It's a liberty, encroaching on the private, personal, hanky-panky side of a man's life.
We have to be careful, sir.
I'm not likely to hang myself with the condom, am I?
I'm afraid we shall have to keep you here until you have representation, sir.
Look, I'm a respectable citizen. All I did was borrow a little yellow council cart. I've been pushing it for 5 years. I've got to learn to walk with my hands by my side now. It takes time.
Have you a solicitor, sir?
When you're going to arrest the real criminals, the muggers, the rapists, the murderers, the estate agents. I've looked after that cart. It was clapped out when they gave it to me. £4 it cost me for daffodil yellow paint and another £3 for deluxe mud flaps.
This way.
Fascist!
Go. Zero, dear.
Do the corners, do the corners. The windows, not portholes.
Aveline! Aveline! Your dad's in jail!
Will you marry me, Julie?
Yes, I will. Hello?
Can I speak to Billy, please?
It's your mum.
Hello?
Billy, your dad's in jail.
Hello? Yeah, Police Constable Marshall here. Yeah. Yeah, just a minute, love. Just a minute. Are you saying your husband is just sulking, or he's actually moved into the garden shed? He's actually taken up residence there? Yeah, I see. Well, there's not a lot we can do, love. It's a domestic problem, you see. You mean he's taken the television set into the shed with him? Oh, the television's in the garden. And he's sitting in the shed watching it? Yeah, I see. Well, unless somebody complains about the noise, love, yeah, I understand that. But as I say, there's not a lot we can do. But I'll get someone down if you'll give me your address. Number 7, yeah. Yeah. That's Liverpool 8, isn't it? Yeah, okay, love, thank you.
Greetings!
All right, pal, cut the frills. What is it?
I believe you are detaining my father.
Would you mind waiting over there, please?
Or should I say, I believe you are detaining our father.
I'm sorry, sir, I can only deal with one person at a time.
We are one person. We're a family. I just thought that up.
Well said, son. Well said.
I'm Mrs. Boswell. May I see my husband, please? I brought him some coffee and a ploughman's lunch.
I'm sorry, madam, but Mr. Boswell is waiting to see his solicitor. Now, we'll be interviewing him at 3 o'clock, after which time he will be allowed out until he appears in court. Then you can see him.
Our dad is not a criminal. You can't go just by appearances.
We had a sick rabbit once, and he sat up all night with it.
I'm sorry, madam, we have to follow procedure.
You mean lock him up in a little cell with iron bars and a lavatory that flushes itself?
A lavatory that flushes itself?
Yes, ma'am, it does. And they take your tie and your belt and your shoelaces.
His trousers will fall down.
It's okay, ma'am, he's got hands.
But you know what he's like? His hands are all over the place when he's talking.
I can assure you, madam, that your husband's trousers were arranged correctly about his person.
I think it's disgusting locking our dad up. All he did was borrow a stupid little cart. He didn't crash it, did he? He wasn't doing 90 miles up the motorway with a light flash and a siren going. He was listening to Boy George on his radio, not coming off a foxglove 10-4 over and bloody out.
All right, Princess, don't get upset.
Come on, love.
You know how he hates enclosed spaces, Mum? Ever since they made him wear a balaclava in the army.
You get him mixed up with Grandad, love. Our Grandad wore a balaclava in the army for you lot.
For which we are eternally grateful, madam.
Fought in the wars he did, exposing his life and limb to extermination. And this is the thanks he gets. You incarcerate his only son-in-law with a flushing lavatory.
May we inquire as to the nature of the charge?
Theft.
And may we inquire as to who is pressing the charge?
The council. And Mr. Woodstock.
Thank you for your cooperation.
If we can't see him, give him this. We'll ring him later.
Come on, ma'am. We'll return at 3 o'clock.
And don't you touch our dad. He's got war damage.
Wearing his balaclava too tight, was he?
Joey, I've I've just remembered. Julie and I are going to get married.
Hello, yes?
Is that Joey?
Oh, hi, Julie.
Listen, I saw the police knock at your door, so I went across, and Grandad's been taken to Broad Green Hospital. He's all right. He just went for one of his wanders, and someone found him and took him there.
It's all right, Ma'am, it's all right. Now then, Grandad, where did you think you were going?
When I was a lad, I ran away from home. I went to the co-op for a loaf. I lost the change. Down a grid it went, so I ran away.
You don't have to run away from us, Grandad. We don't care how much change you lose.
I packed a pair of pumps and a conioni sandwich, and off I went.
Well, the thing is, Grandad, you're not a kid anymore. Your silly old legs won't behave.
They've been carrying you around for 75 years. They've had it now, Grandad.
Sometimes.
Go on, Grandad. Sometimes.
Sometimes everything's right. Everything's clear. I can see the river shining at the bottom of the street. I can hear that whirring sound the pigeons make when they're flying low. And I want to run about. I want to make plans. And sometimes...
Get yourself together, son.
Go on, Grandad. Sometimes.
Sometimes I feel...
Tired, love. You feel tired. We know. We understand.
No, not tired, not tired. Frustrated. Why is it that after 75 years of packing my head with things I've found out, it ends up on top of a body that's about as tough as a high-rise jelly?
You're lucky, Grandad. Some people have heads like a leaky bucket. By the time of your age, there's nothing left.
I'd rather be like that. Soft in the head, and then I wouldn't notice me body.
No, you wouldn't, Grandad. Thoughts and memories are wonderful. I mean, you can sit in your chair and any time you want, you can go through things again. When you were a lad, your first pair of roller skates, your first girlfriend, first kiss.
The first time
He knows the sequence of events.
I've done all them things. I want to do new things.
What do you want to do, Grandad? Tell us.
I'm fed up being alone.
How can you be alone? You've got us. We've worn out 3 knockers on your front door, Grandad.
You're not there at night, are you? You're not there when I wake up in the morning. I could die in the night. Nobody's there then, are they?
You've got the panic button Jack's fixed up for you. You've only got to press it.
I don't want to spend my last moments panicking and pressing buttons, do I?
I'll tell you what, Grandad. We'll take turns spending the night with you.
What happens when it's his turn? I could hang myself and make loud choking noises. He wouldn't notice. Anyway, that's not what I want. I want a lady. I want a lady lover.
I thought he said his body...
Billy!
Someone to snuggle up to. Someone to call me Willy Poos. I'm not going to find her sitting in my chair, am I?
We understand, Grandad. Now, come on. Let's get you home, eh? We'll sort something out. There we go.
Willy Poos?
Oh, God, look out the back. Can I help you, madam?
Well, I'm sorry we're late, but we had a problem with Grandad and it took ages to sort out. Then the kid down the road was out playing and our Mongie peed on a teddy bear. So that took more time. Anyway, we're here now.
He's gone, madam.
Gone?
Yeah, the interview was over half an hour ago. Someone was here to meet him.
Was it a woman?
They left immediately.
Was it a big, round, common Irish tart? With high heels, imitation hair, and never-ending legs?
I'm afraid I can't enter into this discussion, madam.
Lilo Lil.
Oh.
I should have known. I should have known he'd go to here.
You've washed those pans 3 times now, ma'am.
Let her talk, let her talk.
He's like all men, faithless. They come into your life, uninvited, with a smile and a clever word and a box of chocolates. Oh, yes, the box of chocolates. I've had 5 of those. I was pregnant before I had time to take the wrapper off. Let it be a lesson to you, our Abeline. Your father is like all men.
I'm not like that. I bought Julie hundreds of boxes of chocolates and she's only been pregnant once. Hey, she said she'd marry me this morning.
We know, Billy, we know. We'll concentrate on your tragedy when this one's over.
He took the spring, the summer and the autumn of my life and turned it into bloody winter, he did.
She's changed her mind now. I'll have to ask her again.
Come and sit down, ma'am. You'll feel better when you've eaten something.
I was 17 when I met him. I was going out with a nice boy at the time, Billy Bartington. He's in Los Angeles now doing interior design for the stars of Dallas. I could have been riding round in an extended limousine and having plastic surgery now, but no. I fell for Tatty Face and his fancy talk. There's more rubbish comes out of his gob than down a builder's chute.
Do you think we could start, ma'am? I'm really starving.
You start. I'm not hungry.
What about prayers, ma'am? Should I say them?
There's no prayers today.
Great.
Right.
Well, have you lost your faith then, Mum?
There's no point. Even God can't do anything about your father.
In the Bible, it says that he fed 5,000 people with 5 little loaves and 2 fishes.
A bit like your sandwich business, really.
Now, don't you two start.
It's a funny house, this. We can't make do with one rag between us. We've got to have one each.
Well, you better eat now, the lot of you. Adrian's getting that glazed look on his face.
Hang on, hang on. We're not starting without you, ma'am.
She doesn't want to eat.
She probably didn't want to cook either. Come in.
It'll be in all the papers. Family man steals from his employer and leaves police station with tart.
He didn't really steal the cart, ma'am. He just pushed it around for so long it felt like his.
I didn't really steal the money, you know. I've been coming to this bank for so long, it felt like mine.
What Jack means, ma'am, is that we know Dad isn't a thief, and it's what we know that really matters.
He's brought shame on us. And if that isn't enough, he's with her. That trollop.
Look, ma'am, you in particular, have got to accept that Dad is Dad. He's an individual, he's an emotional adventurer. Nobody can lay claim to a man like that.
Can I just have a potato to put me over?
And where was he going to? That's what I'd like to know.
He doesn't make plans, does he? He used to say he was going up for a shave. He'd end up decorating the bedroom.
Decorate? When did he ever decorate?
Oh, well, he didn't actually decorate. He went upstairs and pulled all the paper off the walls. Then somebody else had to decorate.
Look, what he's done, what he does, what he'll do is something that we can't change. And this family, the way we are, is something that he can't change. So why don't we just eat and talk about happy things, like Billy's wedding?
Hello, yes. It's for you, Carmen.
Hello, Carmen. It's for you, Carmen.
Hello, Carmen. How are you?
Daddy, I didn't mean it. I only said they were no go because I'm jealous, don't you see? I'm jealous. Bastard!
Come in, Dad.
Put the silver away, Jack.
Mum, he's back. Oh, Dad's back. Again.
If there's an afterlife, he'd come back as a yo-yo.
I'm sorry.
Listen to her. Common as a bucket of muck.
All right, it's all over.
I mean, what do you see in her? That's what I'd like to know. What? She's about as attractive as a bin bag.
I don't know, what do people see in people?
You could serve her dinner on that chest.
Look, you're obsessed with their chest. She's obsessed with their chest.
Because that's all she's got. There isn't room for anything else.
I'm sorry.
Sit down, Dad.
Yeah, sit down, Dad.
We waited for you at the police station. And when I asked where you were, the police officer said, oh, he's gone. Some trollopy tart with red trollopy hair and a horrendous chest called for him. And he's gone. Oh, the shame of it.
You know what's wrong with you, Nellie Boswell? You don't know anything about life. You don't know what it's like to look at someone and feel joy. You don't know what it's like to look at someone and feel an earthquake in your gut.
Oh, I felt the earthquake, all right. Every time I look at you, but it's more to do with doom than joy.
Then why did you marry me then, eh? Why? I mean, you must have loved me once. We've got 5 kids. You must have loved me 5 times.
Only one was love, 2 were duty, 1 was a Christmas party, and 1 was a trip to Brighton.
Oh, great. And you wonder why I went with Lilo Lil? Well, she didn't mind me pushing the little cart. She didn't mind me wild look. She cared.
I know. She's just sung you a love song through the letterbox.
OK, you two, sit down now. The party's over.
Prayers. We thank thee, O Father, for all good things. The food on the table, the money in our pockets, the peace in our hearts. And we ask thee, O Father, to guide and cherish this loving and united family.
Gotta get up, gotta get out.